building from our if-then statements. If Mr. Anderson is happy, there is no quiz. Most mornings you would ask me, are you happy then? Because when I'm happy, there'd be no quiz. Now, if I'm unhappy, that doesn't mean you get a quiz automatically. When we have this, we have two things going on. We have a law of detachment going on. If P goes to Q, if Mr. Anderson is happy, the Q here is there is no quiz. It is detached because if there's no quiz, doesn't particularly mean I'm not happy. Okay? And you guys know I'm usually happy, so it doesn't make much difference in truth. All right? The other option is P to Q, Q to R, here in law of syllogism. All right? If Mr. Anderson is happy, he hums on his way to work. If he hums on his way to work, there is no quiz. P to Q. Then you'd be listening in the hall to see if I was humming. Do you guys agree? Because if you heard me hum, you'd know there'd be no quiz. Again, P to Q, Q to R. You will always have these two statements on the front of a test. I don't expect you to memorize them, though they're pretty easy to catch on. All right? So if we do an example problem, 22, and if you read the instructions here, you have to get the conclusion. So you can pause here and try this. If two angles are vertical, everybody, I would say that's your P. We'll make P red, okay? P is red. Then they do not form a linear pair. I would argue that that is Q. All right? So P goes to Q. What's the next sentence say? If two angles are vertical, what is that, everybody? P or Q? That's P again. I'm already thinking this can't work. Because you can't have P repeat. Because you've already done it once. All right. Then they are congruent. Oh, wait a minute. Congruent. That's some R. So again, everybody, this is invalid. There's nothing here to state in line 3. There is nothing to state. P to Q, P to R, this is invalid. The answer to 22 is invalid. All right, everybody, try 24. If a plane exists, there's P. P is plane exists. Then it contains 3 points. All right, 3 points that are not on the same line. That is Q. Plane N contains points A, B, C, which are not on the same line. Guys, guess what this is? That is Q in the second line. So guess what? I don't see any R.
Detachment. Invalid.
It is invalid. This is invalid.
I had a P.
Now everybody, hang on. This is what we got to talk about. Listen, is this a true statement? Yes. But it is in the wrong order for it to be a logical conclusion. I understand that a lot of us, because does plane N exist, everybody? Yes. But listen, it started with the plane exists. The only way for this to have been valid would be to change sentence 2 to say plane N exists. And then what do we know about points A, B, and C? We would be able to say they were not collinear. That would have been a conclusion. P leads to Q. Once you see Q again, what can we do? Nothing. It is tough. Why don't we try 26? Just listen. All right, 26. If an angle is obtuse, that is my P. Then its measure is greater than 90. That is my Q. 2 is obtuse. That is P. So what's it lead to? Q. Guess what we know about this? This is valid. This is law of detachment 26. And what's our phrase? Angle 2's measure greater than 90 degrees. Boom. Angle 2 measure greater than 90. All right, last one. I will tell you right now, you should be able to prove that 28 is invalid. If two lines intersect to form a right angle, that's the P. Then they are perpendicular, that's Q. It says L and M are perpendicular, that is Q. Guys, can we go back to P? No. All right, so this is no conclusion. Or invalid or something. All right, thanks for playing today. Riley, here you go.